Look, I don't wanna get drawn into madness, but I find myself so many times smoking, thinking of mad things. Billions of quit music and get back to the days of just amping, dealing with problems by shanking, gun handling. Look, showing illegal ways of getting cash in. Not a rave, but I'll be a young man standing.
Late nights, early mornings, the current single out at the moment, man. For those that ain't heard it, man, just break down the single.
It's just a single of me just speaking a bit more in depth, talking about a couple things I was going through at the time of writing it, and it's just a different side of Rival. Just kind of letting people know that I'm human as well as all of that stuff. So I'll go through normal struggles as usual, you know.
And it's a calmer side to you as well, man, because like back in 2010, people would definitely not have expected that from you, because you were seen, like you was put in a categorization as the angry and violent MC. Yeah,
definitely. So it's just a case of me just kind of letting my fans know, like, as an MC, we all go through struggles, innit? And it's just me just saying, like, you know what, I can speak about it freely, so I'm gonna let people know what I'm going through, and if they can relate to it, then that's a bonus.
So you've been infamous for putting out a lot of free material. Do you feel like an artist has a responsibility to put out free music for their fan base?
Yeah, I feel like as artists, we shouldn't always try and make money from what we're doing. Obviously, it's our profession and we want to succeed in what we're doing, but at the same time, it's like there's an audience that don't have the money to kind of buy the material. So it's a case of me just saying, you know what, like, I've got material that I'm not going to sell, and I'm not going to leave it there to rot. It's just a case of me saying, this is a taste of what's going to be on my album, or the type of sound I'm working with on my album or mixtape and stuff like that, and just letting people feel like a bit more surprised when they say, oh yeah, you done a freestyle on this tune, or you done a freestyle on that tune, or it's just, and giving some people songs that couldn't get clearance and stuff like that. But it's just a case of me just saying, yeah, I still do the free downloads. That's what made me who I am, and I'm not going to stop just because I've got some form of relevance. You get what I'm saying?
Recently, like, people know you come from the grime scene, but recently you've been vocal in a lot of old school hip hop instrumentals.
Yeah.
Like, when you go down that route, a lot of the grime purists, you know, they sometimes jump off the wagon. So you're running the risk of getting into a grey area and disillusioning your fan base. How do you feel about that?
It's more a case of, like, now obviously, if anyone checks my previous work from like 2010, Return of the Rivz, there's this tune called Heartbreak Interlude. That was a rap instrumental, and each CD I've done has had a rap tune on there, or a rap freestyle. So it's just a case of me dabbling in it a bit more, letting people know, yeah, I can do it. I can do the rap thing as well as do the grime thing, like, and just kind of showcasing my talent, because it's something I've always enjoyed doing, and it's just a case of me just letting people know I can do it. But it's surprising because the hardcore grime fans are still rocking with it, so it's good to see them that they enjoy it, and then the new fans that don't know that I do grime are just going on the internet checking out what's new and whatnot. They see that, they enjoy it, so it's nice, man. It's nice.
You get busy on the social media. I follow you on Twitter, you follow me. You sent an interesting tweet this morning, man. Tell me what the tweet was.
The tweet was, I'm trying to remember it, the acceptance of rubbish music makes me laugh, angry and confused at the same damn time. That was the tweet.
Expand on that tweet exactly. What you actually mean?
It's just a case of the world we live in now. It's just like, if you look at how everything is, it's just like the repetitive plays, the coverage and the relevance of an artist all come into play for someone to say, you know what, like, I actually like that tune, or I'm gonna buy it just because it's that artist. And to me, it's like, why should we accept if something isn't good to something that is good, if you get what I'm saying? Like, they'd rather listen to relevant artists that are making rubbish music than listen to someone that's actually spitting real stuff, but then they haven't got the recognition. So it's just a case of me saying, like, the world we're living in now is a bit more crazy, because the repetitive plays, the like, the whole aspect of it is just, it's subconsciously making people accept the music even if they don't like it, and that's what I don't really like. So I just felt like I had to express it. And obviously music is selective and we're not all gonna like the same thing, but there comes a time when obviously some music just isn't good, but it's just accepted because it's of, like, somebody likes that person, so they're gonna like that tune, and it shouldn't really be like that.
So, you know, we've spoken about it. You've become a lot more calm than what you was in your earlier days. Some of that definitely comes from maturity. But then some people might say, are you more open to compromising now? Compromising your sound for, you know, a bigger audience, a wider audience?
I've never wanted to compromise my sound, and I never will compromise my sound. But at the same time, I feel like within grime, there's a pattern that everyone seems to follow. And if you're an aggressive MC, you're supposed to stay that way. But why, like, why not do something like different? Because if you look at like old school grime and how it was, tunes like, for example, Kano, What Have You Done? The tune he done with DJ Wonder. Some of Dizzy Rascal's albums pretty emotional. Not all of it, but some tunes, like Brand New Day. When you listen to like how he's saying stuff, it's like it's still grime. But he's still Dizzy Rascal, but he's just formatted in a different way. And I feel like we need to get back to that, where people just be themselves on, like, because for a very long time I haven't heard nobody do girl grime tunes. And back in the day we had tunes like Pom Pom Rhythm and stuff like that. So it's like, at what point do we say, you know what, we are artists and we can flex ourselves on different tunes? It's just now when I do tunes like Late Nights, Early Mornings, I'm just saying, all right, you know what, like I can talk about stuff because that's me, innit? And I'm gonna still keep it me on a grime tune, but it's just not of a fast tempo or an aggressive sound that I'm coming with. I can switch it up and speak a normal way as well, and that's why I'm just letting people know, yeah, I'm human as well as being the aggressive MC.
You've accepted the fact that you're in the new wave category of MCs, meaning you're of the next generation. There hasn't been many generation of MCs in the grime scene, and the original generation had MCs like Wiley, D-Double, and even if you want to stretch it a bit, you could maybe say that Skepta and JME was in there. Now, of the new wave MCs, people are saying there isn't defining MCs like that era. Who's your D-Doubles? Who's your Skepta? Who's your Wiley? Who's your Kano now? Like, what's your response to that?
In terms of the new wave title, it was kind of through on us. Like, we didn't expect it to happen the way it did, but it has. But at the same time, it's like, it's been 2 years. It's only been 2 years. Like, obviously, we're still coming up. We're still finding our ways and finding ourselves as MCs. And it's kind of just been brought to the forefront now. And it's like what they expect from us is a bit more higher than what we can actually do as MCs. So it's like, it's a case of us saying, you know what, we're new wave MCs or whatever. Like, I'm not speaking for anyone on a clear one, but I just say it as we are new wave MCs, but we've still got a lot of time to progress, and years later down the line, it might be a whole different conversation and people are saying, oh, who's the new rivals? And you get what I'm saying? So that's that. I think it's just a matter of timing, and people should just kind of accept us for us and not try and expect an old sound or expect to hear something that they've heard before. Just take us for what we are now.
You got a forthcoming CD, Rivz Shine. Yeah. What can people expect from that?
It's just a CD I've been working on, a set of freestyles, a couple songs that I couldn't get clearance for, and it's just me just saying, well, yeah, the industry's been sleeping on me for a minute. Rivz Shine, wake up and hear what I'm talking about, and that's what they can expect on that CD. So it's just more freestyles, just letting a couple issues out and whatnot, and a couple songs speaking about certain things. And it's sounding good so far. I'm just gonna keep working on it and building on tunes, and then select the tunes that are ready for that CD.
I feel I need to get away. Smoke weed just to ease all the feelings and the pain.